Hi everybody, this is Gary dealing with Sentiment Timing, and this is our weekly video recap for Tuesday, August 11th, 2015. I have a real lot to go over, so I'm going to get started. At Sentiment Timing, we believe that human beings and the markets are irrational, and there is always an irrational element at work in the market, and that is what creates market opportunities. And we identify these irrational behaviors in the market through Woody Dorsey's proprietary sentiment database, as well as his technical timing indicators. And through that, we then add, a regular technical analysis to figure out where price may turn, and that is what we relay to our members. So last week, I had said that I was anticipating that we could have had some type of lower low. And the reasoning for it was that I was looking at an A, B, and then a C. And the reason why I was looking for another low was we didn't have any bullish divergences. So what happened from there is, I'll go to our regular charts, and bear with me one second, is that this was when that report came out and we had that huge gap up and we never took out these highs, and then from there we just saw these lows get taken out, and it started fitting our the ABC pattern that I was looking for. So the lower low did come, and then from here we were actually looking long, and it was more from a technical aspect, and I'll go over our trades, what we did, and then go from there. But anyway, so we did get the lower low on it, and we then got some bullish divergences and got a rally from there. So let's get started with our sentiment that we saw today. And yesterday, with the big massive move up, we got a 94% reading. And what happened was on Friday, when we had the big drop, we only had a 12%. So there was really not a lot of fear. People were bullish in the market. And this is what caused the overly bullish sentiment. And we know what happened today. We saw the S&P was down some 26 points, gave back all of the gains that it had from yesterday. And it's actually supporting the, we are in a topping process right now. So a piece of that was in the report that actually you guys were able, I sent it to you this afternoon, is, a golden halo. Woody has different names for, say, the topping patterns or what is playing out in the market. And one is the golden halo, and that is where it's a high and everything looks positive, and then there's the kill zone, and that's when the decline becomes obvious and to really the general public. And then there is the black hole, and that is when the markets freak out and investors capitulate. So the reason why I have this bolded was that we actually have two black holes that are pending. So I'm not going to give the exact times on them because I don't even know, but let's just say within the next 2 to 3 months, we have two black holes that are pending. And he said one may be beige, so it may be not a complete black hole, but it suggests that there's a compound decline. The point for now is that there is negativity lurking. Now, why am I pointing out this the two black holes? Well, the last one that Woody predicted, and again, this was almost a month before, we saw the S&P drop 200 points. Now, the crazy part about a black hole is that there's going to be negativity, but it actually predicts the bottom. And from here, we saw the S&P rally 280 points. So again, this could have made a trader's couple years, especially after this year, the way it's going. Now imagine having two of these in place. Just to put it into perspective, let's just say that, and I don't have any idea if it's going to work out, like, the exact same. But let's just say we had a 480 point move, and now we had two of them. That's 960 points. The S&P has traveled 1,500 points in the last 6 years. So if there's any chance, and like I said, he predicted this one a month in advance, both the top and the bottom. If there's a chance that you can get into two of them, I don't really know what to say about how much money one person can make. And again, nothing is going to work out always 100%, but that's why we're going to use our technicals in this. So again, there's two black holes that are pending, and you're talking to the person that's telling you this, that predicted this a month in advance. So it's going to be a very, very interesting time that is going on right now, and I'm excited about it, just to put my own money into all this, because I know that when this decline happened, it was just a fantastic time. Everybody else are looking at it as the end of days, but the ones that were positioned correctly made a fortune, and then were positioned correctly for this made a fortune. So let's take a quick look at our regular charts here. And so this was the ABC move that I was looking for. We have our A. This was a chop fest down, made a B. Can we still make a C up here? Absolutely. The door's open for it. Is it certain? No. The risk is going to be to the downside, meaning that we've already made the top already, and we're going to head down. But you want to leave the door open for this kind of move, just because we've seen it over and over. So if it does, this will be your ABC move. Now, one reason why we could see some type of bounce tomorrow, or we may have another little low that comes before that. But one is they closed the gap on the S&P. Two is we have some bullish divergences in place, and we're pretty oversold. So we very well could get some kind of bounce, and it would actually, work out perfectly. Now, another thing that is playing out right here, notice from this high to this low, this rally right here went right up to the 78% retracement level, also the volume resistance level, and then we had a big drop. Now, why am I pointing that out? Well, this drop right here went right to the 78% retracement level also. So what that's hinting is that we are getting we're making some kind of triangle, and there is going to be a breakout. And in our, in the reports that I've been doing with the sentiment timing people, as well as my other site, is that we pretty much know the breakout and what to expect. So things are going to be interesting. Don't follow the herd. I think that's probably the best way to put it. But right now, we could head a little bit lower or test these lows again tomorrow. But being the bullish divergences on the 5-minute chart, it suggests that we could get another push back up again. So we are, we're in some interesting times right now. We have one of the best market timers in the world guiding us through these ups and downs in the markets, and especially when we come into some type of black hole event, and now there's two of them. Excuse me. There's going to be some enormous amounts of money to be made. So we have the secret with the sentiment, as well as these technical time dates, and we have somebody that has over 30 years experience. And all I do on my end with the technical is follow Woody's lead, and then from there just try to chart out where turns could be. So we are I'm keeping the offer with the, if anybody wants to follow me on marketspath.com, if you become a member of Sentiment Timing, just send me an email to gary.dean@marketspath.com. I will put you in for free. Those are actually, it's very hands-on with the trading. What I do the video reports like this every night. So that is something you get for free. I charge $80 a month, so it's a it's a pretty big freebie that I'm giving out. Now, another thing that we've been doing with Sentiment Timing is actually putting out video reports as well. So we're doing, some of the stuff that Woody talks about. It's, you have to be a little bit experienced to understand things. I've been following them for so long that I do understand it. So with these video reports, I'm able to kind of put it into a more retail environment or retail friendly way of explaining what is going on. So we've been doing the videos. We've been getting a whole lot of just a lot of compliments on the videos, how they're making things easier. And I mean, just to give you an example of how things are working, I mean, this is the trades just from the last from the 7th, and actually closed it on the 10th. So the last 3 days, really, let's say, they were just the spider calls. I was charting the S&P, and the reason why I was looking for the upside was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we were looking for a retracement back up. With that, we made $1,200 in a few days. Now, this is going to be peanuts compared to what we are, what we're going to be making once we get into that time period when we get these black holes. So we have the 79, the 50% off offer is it's gone right now. So you still have a chance to get in for the $99. I suggest you do it quick because we have a lot of people that are jumping on this right now. And really, with the dates that are coming up and the uncertainty in the markets, it's something you really don't want to miss. So with that, until next week, have a great week.